Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't mind, subscribe. I'm sitting here about 6:28 p.m. on a Friday evening, and I've been in thoughts about my next adventure or investment, you might say. Uh, Thinking about the chickens, and I'm leaning towards the black Astral. Now, I had a comment the other day and asked me why not Rhode Island Red. Well, I've been watching quite a bit of videos on different breeds of chickens, especially ones that I can actually get here in the Philippines. Yes, I can get the Rhode Island Red, but there's a couple other breeds that I'm not being able to find fertile eggs for, and it's too far to travel to get live chickens. No, it just wouldn't be practical. Well, what I'm going to plan on doing is ordering fertile eggs and raising them from chicks. I suspect if I do it that way, order a dozen eggs, if I get 6 healthy chicks out of it, I'm lucky. And if I get 3 hens and 3 roosters, that's all the numbers. And what I plan on doing, since they're not expensive that way, with shipping I can get a dozen fertile eggs about $10. It's not hardly that much, closer to 8. I figure I can, for about 3 months, I can keep ordering the eggs, and that way I can get my chickens at different ages and make them more manageable. Also, with a little luck, maybe pull different gene pools, so I can have healthier chickens because I'll be introducing different sets of genes. And that's another thing I have planned. Once I get my chickens up and running, I plan on doing that from time to time, so I can introduce new roosters, different genes, new hens, and so forth, and try to keep my stuff between 20 to 25 max. When they get abundant, I'll start butchering, and if we don't eat immediately, we can always bag and freeze. I mentioned to my wife that we could butcher them and actually cut them up into portions where we could sell them affordable. The locals probably would buy it and help offset some of the food costs. And of course, the eggs. Now that's one thing that'd probably be hard to sell here because it's not a white egg. They are kind of funny about the color of eggs when it comes to buying eggs. Not me. I know there's no difference. But what I plan on doing, if they don't want to buy them, so maybe after they get about a week old, I'll hand out a few free eggs. Who knows? Maybe they'll start buying them when they're fresh. Because the chickens I've got in mind, they average 5 to 6 eggs a week per hen. If you got 20 hens, that's 60 eggs. We're not going to eat 60 eggs. We eat probably 3 a day on average, maybe sometimes 4. So that'd only be 20, at least me 40 eggs. That's 3 dozen. If I can get $2 a dozen, maybe, something like that, that wouldn't make a difference in food. I'm paying for the feed for the chickens. If I can get it down to a bare minimum where we can keep our costs down, I'll be a happy camper. I'm not looking into making, a profit. Of course, there is a potential for profit time, but it's not my main goal. My main goal is extra food, cut the cost of our groceries down, meat and eggs. So that's the main goal. I know ain't no way to get it down to 0. But there's a lot of food that we can feed them that costs us nothing, that grows naturally around here. So, but we got to make sure we give them enough protein and calcium so they stay healthy and everything. But that's some of my thoughts, and I'll look at the comments and what everybody says. And who knows? Now, this is not something I'm going to do immediately, by the way. We're probably looking after Christmas, probably January, February, before I can do this, because I'll have to build a chicken coop. And that's going to cost me probably a couple $100, something like that. Thereabouts, maybe. Might be a little more. Because I have to build the boxes for the lay-in. That's my boy. He's looking at me funny. You want to know who I'm talking to. And I have to build 2 separate runs because I want to try to keep my roosters separated except for breeding. And also till they get old enough to butcher. That's my plans. Like I said, if anybody's got any thoughts, you want to throw them into the comments, please do. I always read all the comments. Sometimes I don't reply, but just bear with me. Really appreciate everybody. So take care, and don't forget to subscribe.